Here is our collective American response. Let's see if you agree with this. I assume you've been through this yourself. Shoot down the spy balloons. We can't let the Chinese get away with spying. Go blast them, old Joe. Right? That's what you've said. Go get them, Joe. You've had that feeling now for a couple of weeks, the first time you heard about the balloons. I've never in my life heard so much about balloons as we've heard in the last couple of weeks, and I'll agree with some people. I've had the same feeling until, yesterday? I've had the same feeling. The silence trying to explain the balloon situation to the rest of us has been weird at best. I'm a fan of government transparency. I think when stuff is falling out of the skies and we've got jets blasting them away or jets missing them and then blasting them away, just whatever, man. Old Joe, you got to talk to us. So believe what you want, whatever conspiracy theory you would like, whatever you've come up with. The balloons, I have to admit, have set us all in kind of a weird space. But we now have at least one answer. There's two parts to this. This is over the last 24 hours. The first part is, I believe this is a CNN anchor or roundtable reporter, whatever the term is, talking about the lack of transparency from the White House about the balloons.
Abby, there's been bipartisan, maybe criticism is too strong, but a call for the president to speak to the American people. He has now done it. I wonder, Abby, if this satisfies that request, or if we'll see the calls for more transparency, or to hear from the president again on this.
Look, I think the president's critics are probably not going to be satisfied with what he said today, or maybe anything that he says on the subject. But I do think that what he did reveal today actually just shows how little he's able to say. I mean, he's talking about very sensitive national security issues, a lot of which is classified. And so the degree to which he can be transparent to the American public is always going to be limited to some extent. I think it was important for him to explain what happened over the last several days and over the weekend, and to make it clear to the American public that there was not this sort of ongoing, perpetual threat of these balloons flying over U.S. territory. I think beyond that, I'm not sure what
Abby, I don't think that's a very good answer. I think you got to do better. So the basic criticism is, hey, Joe, what's up? I think that's fair. What's up? I don't know what not talking was not okay. There. Then Joe, the president, responds, not to CNN, but I think rightly responds or tries to respond. Let's be very clear. He's not clear. He has a difficult time completing sentences. That said, he tried to make sense of this. His voice, I get this. Trust me. I used to be down the hall. I know. His voice is a trigger for some of you, but this is Joe Biden trying to explain the balloons. And I'm bringing this up, just so you know, I'm bringing this up because there's a weird, really weird, comical twist to the balloons.
Our military
in the North,
through the North American Aerospace Defense Command, so-called NORAD, closely scrutinized our airspace, including enhancing our radar to pick up more slow-moving objects above our country around the world. In doing so, they tracked 3 unidentified objects, one in Alaska, Canada, and over Lake Huron in the Midwest. They acted in accordance with established parameters for determining how to deal with unidentified aerial objects in U.S. airspace. At their recommendation, I gave the order to take down these 3 objects due to hazards to civilian commercial air traffic and because we could not rule out the surveillance risk of sensitive facilities. We acted in consultation with the Canadian government. I spoke personally with Prime Minister Trudeau from Canada on Saturday. And just as critically, we acted out of an abundance of caution and an opportunity that allowed us to take down these objects safely.
Fair enough. I don't know if you're satisfied with that answer, but fair enough for now. Here's the issue. It cost $12, and some group of dorks now said they've lost their balloon. Yeah. So we're either at the brink of world war and the government is lying? Or we've ruined the day for some nerds who are into balloons? Never heard of this before. This is all new to most of us. I didn't know that there was balloon groups out there. I think you're weird. I think you're nerdy. I think you should go and date. But they're not too happy because they're saying you shot down our $12 balloon. And I'm not making it up. So the nerds are saying, well, we think that was ours. One of those was ours. Hey, you jackasses, you and your balloons. No offense. Well, yes, offense meant, jackasses. You and your balloons almost started World War III. In fact, if you keep floating them out there, you are going to start World War III. This is starting to sound like, and I think you're going to agree. Let me tell you about these nerds. And if you're one of the nerds that are into balloons, you need to stop because it's not going to end well. So back off for a few weeks, your balloon obsession. But this is starting to sound like a Coen Brothers movie. I feel like I'm entering a Coen Brothers movie. Here's why. A group of amateur balloonists have revealed that a pico, I don't know, PICO balloon, which cost as little as $12, may be among the three unidentified aerial objects shot down by the U.S. military. The Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade. Did I not just say it's a Coen Brothers movie? Wait till you see these guys. They are straight out of Fargo, man. The Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade told Aviation Week that one of its research balloons last signaled its position off the coast of Alaska, putting it on track to float towards Canada's Yukon Territory the next day. It was deemed, they say, missing in action on February 15th. We lost our damn balloon. Yeah, you did. It got zapped, you losers. What is the fun, dorks? This is your fun? Tracking your own toy balloon? Like you got it at Chuck E. Cheese or something? These guys are interesting. The president, of course, said that three objects were most likely tied to private companies, recreation, or research institutions, and he says nothing right now suggests they were related to spying. Wow. Ron Meadows, the founder of a company in Silicon Valley called Scientific Balloon Solutions, which makes pico balloons, says he tried contacting U.S. officials to try to enlighten them on what a lot of these things probably are. So he's over there trying to call the White House going, look, guys, settle down. Tell the jets to back off. It's just a bunch of nerds with their toys. Please don't shoot it down. It costs $12 at Hobby Lobby. Oh, it's a Coen Brothers movie. It is. Do you ever seen the movie Burn After Reading, which is about dysfunctional, stupid, nerdy government employees? It is hilarious. I love that movie. That's what I feel like we're dealing with here. We got one dude calling up the White House saying, no, it's just these nerdy guys. What's their name again? That's the Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade. It's their balloon. It's got their own little logo on it. Don't shoot it down. Oh, no, you guys shot it down. Dang it. They got nothing else going on. This is their fun. So he says, and this is a quote. This is fantastic. So he says he tries to call the government to, quote, enlighten them on what these balloons are. Then he says they're not going to look too intelligent to be shooting down these balloons. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, he blasted it. So we didn't just blast it. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot left, man. I don't know. I don't know much about being a fighter pilot, but it can't be too tough to hit the $12 balloon. It's just floating around. So then, here's what they say in the end. A pico balloon reported its last position at 38,910 feet off the west coast of Alaska and projected to be floating toward the central Yukon Territory the same day. What if these guys started crying? Could you see them together and like huddled up somewhere with it's the middle of the afternoon and The Illinois Balloon Brigade is in their little hut watching on computer, and then all of a sudden it disappears like Space Invaders. The same day, this is the same day their balloon floated at 38,910 feet. The same day, a Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor jet fired a Sidewinder missile at an unidentified flying object at 40,000 feet in the exact same area in Alaskan airspace. What have they got a call from the government? What'd that cost you guys? The money's on the way, boys. We're sorry we blasted your toy balloon.